Hey there, it's December 11th and time for Proverbs 11. Let's jump right over there. Okay. Dishonest scales are an abomination to the Lord, but just weight is his delight. Okay. Now, back in those times, the only computing device they had were scales, and they were two sets of balancing trays set on an arm. And they would put the weights on one side and the product they're selling, produce or whatever they were selling, on the other side. And when they balanced out, it told you the weight according to the small weights. Well, they would make the weights lighter, or they would put a small weight on the one side to make it appear that you were buying more than you actually were. And that went on a lot. I mean, it went on a lot, and enough to where he would talk about dishonest scales. People would up their profits. Kind of like today when, everything used to buy a pound, but now you're only buying 13 ounces for more money. That's dishonest scales too. And it got so bad in England, in the Middle Ages, that the bakers were terrible, that the king actually decreed that anybody caught cheating on their scales would be executed. They made it an executable crime. Scared the bakers so much that they started giving people an extra one for free. Instead of 12, you get 13 for the price of 12. It's called a baker's dozen. Sometimes laws can be good things. Okay, verse 2. When pride comes, then comes shame. But with the humble is wisdom. I talk about humility a lot. It's very important to be humble. Let other people talk about you, good or bad, doesn't matter. The integrity of the upright will guide them, but the perversity of the unfaithful will destroy them. Yeah. Eventually, never give up your integrity. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. Right? You can't take it with you. Right? The righteousness of the blameless will direct his way aright. But the wicked will fall by his own wickedness. We're kind of watching that now, huh? It's catching up on them. The righteousness of the upright will deliver them, but the unfaithful will be caught by their lust. Right. When a wicked man dies, his expectation will perish, and the hope of the unjust perishes. The righteous is delivered from trouble, and it comes to the wicked instead. Right? We're all hoping for that. The hypocrite with his mouth destroys his neighbor, but through knowledge the righteous will be delivered. Right? Knowledge. Important to know things. When it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices. And when the wicked perish, there is jubilation. Wow. Yeah, let's just highlight that. Come back to it. By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. Right. He who is devoid of wisdom despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holds his peace. You get that? Holds his peace. A talebearer reveals secrets, but he who is of a faithful spirit conceals a matter. People that tell stories just for the attention, Faithful spirit conceals a matter, or keep your mouth shut, right? Just keep your mouth shut. When there is no counsel, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety, right? Always get advice. Always ask for advice. You don't have to take it, but if you have it, that's more knowledge. He who is surety for a stranger will suffer, but one who hates being surety is secure. Now, this is co-signing, Don't co-sign a loan for anybody. Not even your own kids, because you'll end up paying for it. You'll end up paying for something that you didn't get. A gracious woman retains honor, but ruthless men retain riches. Yeah. Yeah, let's just highlight this second part right here. Ruthless men retain riches. A lot of them around, huh? The merciful man does good for his own soul, but he who is cruel troubles his own flesh. Right? Always comes back to haunt you. The wicked man does deceptive work, but he who sows righteousness will have a sure reward. As righteousness leads to life, so he who pursues evil pursues it to his own death. Right? A lot of people doing that, man. That's how wars are started, and some people are just evil. They want to kill just to kill. Those who are of a perverse heart are an abomination to the Lord, but the blameless in their ways are his delight. Right. Though they join forces, the wicked will not go unpunished. Oh, I like that. But the prosperity of the righteous will be delivered. Though they join forces, the wicked will not go unpunished. Yeah. There are groups of people that get together just to do evil. Okay? A lot of the three-letter world agencies are doing just that. As a ring of gold in a swine's snout, so is a lovely woman who lacks discretion. Oh, I got that. It's a waste. A waste. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. You got that? The desire of the righteous is only good. Don't wish evil on your enemies. Okay? Doesn't work. If you're, I want them dead, I want them thing, that's, okay? That's wrong. Even Jesus said everywhere, love your enemies. Hard to do, but you have to do it. Verse 24, there is one who scatters, yet increases more. And there is one who withholds more than is right, but it leads to poverty. Okay. That's kind of, we will highlight that. We'll make that pink. If you give to the poor, even everything you give to the poor will come back to you. The Lord has promised that all over the Bible. It always comes back to you. If you're stingy and you hold on to it, you'll never get any more. Okay? It's that simple. 25. The generous soul will be made rich, and he who waters will also be watered himself. Okay, that goes right along with 24. The generous soul will be made rich. We'll make that pink too. The people will curse him who withholds grain, but a blessing will be on the head of him who sells it. Skinflints, they used to call him. He who earnestly seeks good finds favor, but trouble will come to him who seeks evil. Yeah, like that. You look for trouble, you're gonna find it. He who trusts in his riches will fall, but the righteous will flourish like foliage. Lots of that, huh? He who troubles his own house will inherit the wind, and the fool will be servant to the wise of heart. Right? Will inherit the wind, or nothing. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he who wins souls is wise. If the righteous will be recompensed on the earth, how much more the ungodly and the sinner? Right. You reap what you sow. So, that's Proverbs 11. Lots of cool stuff in here. Huh? Highlighted everything. Let's see. Highlighted number 2. When pride comes, then comes shame. Pride goeth before a fall is an old saying. But with the humble is wisdom. Right? Humility. Be quiet. Don't brag. Okay? The integrity of the upright will guide them. Verse 4. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. Okay? Verse 9. But through knowledge the righteous will be delivered. Like that. Never stop seeking knowledge. Verse 10. When it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices. And when the wicked perish, there is jubilation. Yeah. Hopefully that'll be happening here soon. Verse 12. But a man of understanding holds his peace. Keep your mouth shut. Right? A talebearer, storyteller, reveals secrets, but he who is of a faithful spirit conceals a matter. Lots of that going on, huh? I found out so-and-so about so-and-so that he does in his own private home, and, you know, stupid. Mind your own business. Which is that whole verse 13 could be wrapped up in that. Mind your own business. Verse 15. He who is surety for a stranger will suffer, but one who hates being surety is secure. Don't co-sign for anyone. Okay. A gracious woman retains honor, but ruthless men retain riches. Only love their money. Verse 21, though they join forces, the wicked will not go unpunished, but the prosperity of the righteous will be delivered. It's going on right now. 22 is a ring of gold in a swine's snout. So is a lovely woman who lacks discretion. Ever know really pretty girls that just have no discretion? It's all out there, you know. A lot of these singers now that are just selling their souls to the devil. Okay, I mean they're pretty girls, but you know, no discretion, and it's not admirable at all. No more than a ring of gold and a swine's snout. It's a waste. Verse 23, and this is important. The desire of the righteous is only good. Okay. Love your enemies. Don't wish evil upon anybody. Okay. The Lord made them all, it says in other parts of Proverbs. Verse 24, there is one who scatters yet increases more, and there is one who withholds more than is right, but it leads to poverty. Always give. Give to the needy. Give to people who need it. And it increases more. You can't outgive God, so the more you give, the more God will, you know, fill up your cup again to overflowing. And 25 goes with that. The generous soul will be made rich, and he who waters will also be watered himself. Okay, it'll come back to you. Verse 27, he who earnestly seeks good finds favor, but trouble will come to him who seeks evil. Right. Verse 28, he who trusts in his riches will fall. Okay. Verse 31, if the righteous will be recompensed on the earth, how much more the ungodly and the sinner? Okay. If you're righteous, it'll all come back to you. And if you're evil, evil will come back to you tenfold. So, that's Proverbs 11 for December 11th. So you can say, I feel like being here today. Just, you know, get tired of the fall and the weather and stuff. So I go here. So, that's Proverbs for today. Stay tuned later today for Luke chapter 11 in our Christmas series. Until then, have a good day. Let's pray. Be wise. Love your enemies. Hard to do, but let's try. See you tomorrow.